Dell on Discord asks, what is the most irrational fear that you have? What kind of phobia do you have? Like fear of heights, small spaces, etc. And I don't know if a lot of people know this. I think we may have talked about this on some lives, but I don't know when it started for me, but I have an incredible fear of moths. Like the cousin to the butterfly, and just, I don't know what, like, dude, it's something about like the fuzzy antenna, something about the eyes, like, and just like.
So are you afraid of butterflies?
No, actually, I think butterflies are cute.
They're just like ugly butterflies, dude.
I
mean, so no, I mean, that wasn't to be funny. Like, that was a legit question. So, like, if you were afraid of butterflies,
the fear is taking you over. No,
but no, that's interesting because I would consider them kind of like, very similar as far as a look and everything, to where it might do the same thing to you, but they don't.
No, it's, to me, I think it's like a girth thing, or like, it's like just, they're like more like homely and like more like just, like bigger, like, because I think that, like,
you've never seen a big butterfly.
Butterflies are fine. They're like, it's like they're vibrant and they're colorful. Moths, like, I see their color, it's a sign of danger. Like,
they're just like, boring as fuck. That's all.
I just, bro, like,
they're us. We are moths.
We love light. No, it just, there's something about them that just, bro, like, I remember, God, when was it? It was when we were living in the duplex, and there was a friend of mine that his mom had this big coffee can, and it had foil on the top of it. And I remember being like, oh, like, what's this? Is this like food? She's like, oh no, that's our new pet. I'll show her to you. And I'm like, her? What do you mean her? Like, what is this female that is inside of this coffee can right now? And she peeled it back. And dude, I'm not kidding or over exaggerating. It was a moth that was probably like this fucking big.
Oh,
and it was like one of those big ones. Like, I even think about it. It's creeped me out, but it had like this red just look to it. And it had these spots and shit. And I remember seeing it, and I just started to like back up, and I'm backing up, and I'm like, no. No. I'm like, I don't want any part of this. She's like, no, she's cute. Look. And then I remember she took her finger and just rubbed it down her wings. And this thing is just chilling. And she's like, it's okay, baby. It's all right. I'm like, what are you doing right now? She's like, oh no, she's completely safe. She has a nest. We're going to have a bunch of them. I went, I'm going to go.
A nest?
There was like eggs and shit that were in the side of it. No, dude, it was one of the most terrifying experiences I've had. And from that day on, anytime that I've seen one, like, I've associated it with that. Like, I don't know if that's what started it, or like, cause I've just never liked them, but man, like, it has always freaked me out, especially if one gets in the house. Like, it's like that whole mentality of like, when you see like a wasp outside, you're like, oh, it's this little thing. But the second that a wasp is in your house, it's like, like a big monster, and you've got a tennis racket and you're trying to kill it. Like,
now it's an ordeal.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. It's just, it has always been just like something of mine that I cannot explain it. Like my fear of Japanese anime, I can explain where that came from, because I had a bad experience when I was lucid dreaming one time. But when it comes to moths, like, it's just like, I don't know, like, that has always been something that has always just really freaked me out.
I wonder if you were just like little, like Chandler's age or something, and like one of them just like really freaked you out and it just never left you or something. Like, there has to be a reason.
Could be. Yeah.
Why you don't like them. Maybe you associate them with something different, like as far as like maybe a look or like, like shape or something like that. Like, I don't know, because normally like a fear, like I say, normally, not all the time, comes from like something happening,
a traumatizing event of some sort.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Or in the fact of people telling you all the time, be afraid of that, don't go near it.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, well, I'm not going to pet a snake.
Yeah.
So
yeah. See, yeah, but that's the other weird part, is that like, I'm not the biggest fan of spiders, but like snakes, I think snakes are cool.
Same.
Yeah, it's like I don't know if I would ever have a pet one, but like I've actually held one on my shoulders, like a big, like, boa constrictor before. That's never bothered me.
I would want one. The only thing that I can't do is the fact of if I get a snake, I want a large one, and I honestly don't think I could feed it.
Oh, really?
I don't think I could. I know you've got to give them usually like live, like, you know, like rats and stuff. Like,
sure.
I just don't think I could do that.
Right.
Because once you start getting into bigger ones, like you feed them like fucking rabbits and shit. Like you only have to do it like however many times, you know, a week or a month or whatever. But still, I don't think I could do it.
No. And it's at least like whenever I would feed the leopard gecko that I had, like it was just crickets, you know? So it's like,
right.
Like
that's different.
You shake them up, you know, in the calcium, make them look like Tony Montana and then drop them in where it's like, all right, here you go. You know, so, but
that's different.
Yeah. It's, I mean, like, I don't know. It's just, yeah, I don't know if I could feed a rodent to anything. Like that's just, that's
kind of where I'm at, where I'm just like, you know, insects are one thing or like, you know, or whatever it is, but it's like, dude, I can't. So yeah. I want one. Like I really do, but I can't.
No, we can just go to the zoo, you know?
Yeah, but that's not my boa constrictor.
But what if you like adopted it from like a distance? You know, you're like, all right, that's you know, that's, I don't know, Clarissa or whatever, you know? So she's a beautiful snake. Yeah. You know? So yeah. But no, yeah, that's always been a big fear of mine, is just like, dude, I know there's like a real like scientific name for it. Cause I mean, we've done an episode on phobias when we did the Kyle Wright 425 podcast. So like we dove into like the really like long name, like weird ones and stuff. But I know there's one for moths, but it's just, I don't know, like it was always just like, it's always been something that's really odd to me that, you know, like I'm not even afraid of June bugs that much. And even
they're just annoying.
Yeah. Like they'll like pelt you in the face or something.
Yeah, you're like, dude.
Yeah. You know, we're trying to grill or you're trying to enjoy something.
Yeah, you're like, come on. And it's the noise. I'm just like, get off me. Like, yeah, you're like, where are you at? I usually have my hat. I'm like, come on.
What was actually, I can't remember what it was. We were out on the back deck. We were grilling. I think we were doing kitchen talk or something. And this thing flew at me. And I straight up turned into a bitch because I couldn't tell what it was. And it was, I think it may have been a moth or like, but it was big. And all I remember was that it flew up in front of me, went around me, and I kind of felt something hit my back. And I think I dropped whatever I had and I went, oh, get it off me, get it off me, get it off me, get it off me. And I just like, dude, I just straight up turned into a 3-year-old where I was like, no, God. And like, so it just, because like it was the fear of the unknown where I'm like, is it a moth? Is it a bat? Like, is it a bat?